Hello, my friends. Today we're going to take a quick look at the core essential belts and why your gun belt is an essential part of your carry method. Okay, so off the rip, let's rip the Band-Aid off and start this thing properly. The belt that you own from Walmart, from Target, from Joseph A. Bank, or from wherever else, if it's not a gun belt, it sucks for concealed carrying your pistol every day. And that comes from two metrics, one being comfort, the other one being stability. So while those belts likely do an adequate job of holding your pants up, they're not designed to carry a load like this. So as an example, what I'm showing you today is my day-to-day concealed carry setup. This is what I carry every day, year-round, regardless of the weather.
Extra thick!
I don't rotate guns based on the humidity or the heat or anything like that. We live in Georgia. They call it Hotlanta for a reason. What I carry is a full-size Staccato P with a Surefire X300, a Trijicon SRO, and the whole thing is held in place by a Tier 1 Concealed Access Elite. This is a lot of load to be held by your pant line and by your belt. The only way that I can comfortably conceal this gun is with a proper gun belt. And today we're looking at one of my favorites. This is the Core Essentials. So what makes a gun belt different from just a regular old dress belt? Well, these are reinforced from the inside to become a load-bearing system. If I hold the belt up, it'll support its own weight. Try doing that with your belt, and you're gonna see it get all saggy and swoopy. But Core Essentials has found their own secret way of making this even better. So inside the buckle, you have a ratcheting system. If you look on the back side of the belt, you're gonna be able to see right here, there's tracks and teeth in there that bite into the buckle as you put it on your pants, and it becomes a load-bearing system. And then to release it, there's a button on the bottom side of the buckle. You press that button and your belt releases itself very easily for adjustments or just to get it off quickly. So we've just recently started carrying these guys, and I'm very excited for that because I've been a big fan of their belts for quite a long time. So this is my new one to replace my old one for the sake of showing you guys how it's done. So the first thing we have to do is remove the buckle and cut the belt to size. We're gonna do that by pushing the release lever, and the belt is gonna slide right out of the buckle itself. On the back of the buckle, you're gonna find a little tab. I'm gonna grab that tab and flip it up. That releases the buckle from the belt itself. So we can set this down, we'll come back to him later. Now on the belt itself, on the inside, you're gonna notice that all the measurements for your pant sizes are already marked into the belt. According to Core's website, you take your current pant size and add 4 inches, and that's gonna give you where you need to cut the belt. Now, once you've found your point, now it's time to cut the belt. And you can do this with just a regular pair of scissors as long as they're sharp. So I found the point where I need to make my cut. I'm gonna go ahead and line my scissors up and we're gonna go for it. And this cuts just like that. Now in their instructions, it doesn't say anything about this, but I like to take a lighter and just gently kiss the edge of that cut to make it a seamless, clean edge. And I'm just melting the very tip of everything we just cut so it's a nice, clean surface. And this should prevent it from fraying in the future. All right, so now there's my access of the tail. I can throw that out. And the buckle, I'm gonna go ahead and insert my new blunt tip into the buckle itself as I rotate this lever down. And you're gonna have to put some force on this because you have to puncture with those teeth into the back of the belt. And now we're fully assembled. So I'm gonna show you guys how this works in real time now that the belt is assembled. Because I carry appendix, I recommend offsetting your buckle. So I'm gonna push my buckle just off to the side to make room for my appendix carry holster to grab on. Okay, so now I'm gonna simply insert the belt into itself and it ratchets on nice and tight. Now I do have a little bit of access, so I'm gonna go ahead and tuck that in, and we are done. Now I'm gonna put my holster in. So I'm gonna pull my cover garment up, and I'm gonna go ahead and bridge my hips out slightly so I can slide that holster into my appendix carry position, drop everything in, and we are concealed. Now for making the adjustments to the belt quickly, all I do is reach over to the buckle, I find the release button, and as I press it, it will slide right out of itself like so. So what this has now given me is a rigid platform to support my holster and my pants, as well as whatever equipment I may attach to my belt at the same time. Now how the rigidity of your belt plays into your draw stroke is when you get your initial grip on the gun. When we do this quickly, especially at speed, what you're gonna see is the belt becomes a rigid foundation for the holster to bounce off of. So when I clear my garment, when my gun hand goes on top of the gun, I'm stabbing on top of the gun, and that creates a bit of a reverberation to get the gun out quickly. And the best part about the rigid belt is the holster doesn't shift around when I'm doing my day-to-day activities, so when I need the gun, it's repeatable. That's the most important part of the whole thing. So this conversation about the belt comes up very frequently because we have so many people who complain about, oh, my holster's not comfortable, my gun's too big, I can't conceal properly. And you'd be amazed how often it's because you don't have the appropriate belt for what you're trying to do. If you guys have any questions about Core Essentials or any of the products that we carry in store, check out the link tree. You can also check out Core Essentials on their social media. And if you have any questions about how to get set up, hit us up. We'll be happy to guide you guys in the right direction. My name is Getty. Be safe.